Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of April 29th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hi.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and our target today is our pesky pets. They are driving me crazy this week.
So for this one now, your dog is going to be perfectly quiet and well-behaved.
Yeah, right? Like, has anybody heard a word from her in the last?
It's like Monday's episode. You couldn't shut her up.
No. Now, all of a sudden, she's just lying here, like, no, actually,
well,
she's
that's
even gone.
because she knows you're mad at the cat more than you're mad at her.
That's right. No, she left me. She's gone.
Oh.
So she finally gave up because I was not giving in. She wanted my toast. And I wasn't able to have it.
Unfortunately, you wanted it as well.
I think the reason sometimes these pets are so pesky is because we spoil them so much. And they come to expect that when I eat toast, she's going to get some. So when I don't give it to her, there's a big fuss. She's like having a tantrum. So,
well, yes. I would throw a tantrum for toast. Toast is delicious.
On the other
butter
hand,
on the toast?
My cats, who are not interested in toast, are very interested in lizards lately.
Oh no!
They're actually my target. Oh, there goes Missy. She's back.
Why are you talking about the cats and not me?
I know, right? All of a sudden, as soon as I mention the cats, she's there. Well, we have acquired 2 cats in the last year, as you know. And,
right.
They've all of a sudden taken a great interest in lizards. And they feel like we should also be just as interested. And they delight in sharing us.
You should be very grateful to them.
Yeah. And they delight
procuring these lizards.
We heard you don't like lizards, Mom, so we killed some. Here they are.
Yeah, these carcasses. They gift us with these poor lizards who have dropped their tails and are half, it's just a very sad sight. And so now I've taken to giving body count updates on our family chat. Because every time I look outside, there's another poor little lizard belly up on the patio and the cats are sitting there like, look what I brought you.
Well, of course.
Right?
They're very proud of themselves.
You've previously expressed your discomfort with lizards, and they're taking care of it for you.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing. Like, part of me is kind of like, wow, they're keeping our lizard, population down in the backyard.
Yes.
And the other part of me is like, well, I don't necessarily need to see your accomplishments.
Right.
They missed that little part that you don't want to see them dead or alive. Just
take
care
that
of
in the
it.
Contract.
Leave me out of it.
When they arrived at my house, I didn't say, look, just leave it all out there in the back 40. I don't want to see it.
They are puzzled by your lack of appreciation.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I refuse to go near them. I make my son pick them up because the cats are originally my son's cats. And
yes.
Right.
So I make him go out and pick them up. And we're currently having a standoff over this one particular poor dead lizard that's out underneath my patio chair because he won't go do it, and I refuse to.
Oh, no.
So this poor thing is having a very unceremonious afterlife.
Oh, dear. Well, it's better than a groundhog, let me tell you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
R.I.P., my girl.
Yes.
Groundhog Slayer.
That's right.
Groundhog Slayer.
I will never forget when I think of that dog, how psyched she was to kill that creature.
Yes.
She was thrilled to bits.
She was.
Bring me more.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So, Catherine, you must have your share of struggles. You've got 2 dogs.
Yes. Well, right now, one of the dogs, she basically has herpes. She has this big, growth on her face.
Oh, no.
And so my husband took her in, and they're like, oh, it's like basically harmless and basically not a big deal. Like, it's not a sign of anything else. And it will fall off on its own.
Oh, gross.
No.
Where are you
They're
going
like,
to find it?
Catherine would rather have the dead lizards.
yeah, seriously.
Dead
Are you
lizards
going to
sound
find a
good.
huge scab in
The
your
only-
kitchen?
The only thing is they said that it will, yes, it would fall off on its own, but if you ever need to board her, take her to the kennel,
Yeah.
they won't want that. So, and she needs some dental work, so let's just knock her out and take it off and clean her teeth while we're at it.
Oh
so,
my.
So that's
And I'm
what's
sure that's
happening
affordable.
next. Yeah, well, they sent us an estimate that on the low, what was it? The low end was $350 and the high end was $600
Oh my gosh.
for this little collection.
you.
of
The low end is
procedures.
tolerable, but holy cow.
I know. And then my husband's like, well, what about the other dog? You know, does he need his teeth cleaned? And they were like, well, maybe, you know, but he wasn't at the vet, so they couldn't say for sure. So they sent an estimate for him.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was an estimate for just the teeth cleaning without removing the weird growth.
Yeah.
And his was the low end $400 and the high end $600. I'm like,
How is that possible?
well, hold on. So I don't know. So anyway, he's not getting his teeth cleaned. He can wait until they're in worse shape than they are now.
Oh man.
Just deal with the growth and that's it.
Oh, now see, if that was my husband, he would have just said, "Okay, go ahead and do it," like right then and there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, after. So,
Do you guys have pet insurance? We were talking about insurance
No.
last week. That's another one of those, do we really need this items? But holy cow, that kind of care is expensive, veterinary
Yeah.
stuff. So I
It
keep
is.
thinking that I probably should have it, but then not getting it.
Uh-huh.
yeah, we had it for a little while, but it just doesn't cover everything. Like, it is so limited. And
Yeah.
because my dog had one of those growths that it was on her face, and we didn't know what it was, and took her to the vet, and the vet said, well, it could be cancer, it could not be, right? So then you're like, oh, great.
Thank you there, learned professional.
Right, that's helpful.
Yeah, right? And then to take it off and biopsy, it was like $700. And
And
then
it
was
wasn't
like,
covered by the...
but then chemo would be so much more
Yeah.
if it got bigger, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. And so, but anyway, the pet insurance was not helpful at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to cover anything like that. Very limited.
Yeah.
At least that's been our experience. But, yeah, I don't know, these pets. See, like my stick bugs, they never gave us a hassle. Unless, of course, we accidentally left the cage open and they escaped, but that was our problem.
Right. Whose fault was that?
Exactly.
We are... Did you guys hear... Did I tell you about the next house guest that we're getting?
No.
A tortoise.
Those are big.
This one's not that big. But she's like, I don't know, the size of like... She's smaller than a basketball, I would say. Yes, we are... My friend is putting her house on the market, and she doesn't want the tortoise to be hanging around.
Oh.
And because she also has 4 cats.
Oh,
so
my.
anytime she wants to show the house, she's got to extricate 4 cats.
Oh my god.
So she said if I can just not be dealing with the tortoise, that would be
So
great.
are you just toasting the tortoise temporarily, or?
Right.
Okay. Well, that's good,
Yes.
'cause they live a long time.
Yeah. Once the house sells, the tortoise goes back home. And then
Are
the
you
tortoise
sure
is going to
about
move.
that?
Then the tortoise is going to move to Arizona, which is, it's like a desert tortoise, so it'll be happy once it finally
Are your
gets
dogs
there.
aware of this plan?
They're not aware, and their plan is to, keep them thoroughly separated.
I would say
good
so.
luck.
The tortoise's mother told me that she thinks the tortoise would win if there was a fight.
But either way, you'd like to avoid that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep the tortoise high up. I'm not gonna keep it where the dogs can access it.
Wow.
Just like the hedgehog. That worked out okay.
Yeah.
The hedgehog just lived on the high countertop where the dogs couldn't reach him.
Wow.
So,
Funny.
yep, so
The
that's
things
our
we
next
do.
little project.
Huh.
The tortoise.
You've given up on what was the other creature that you had bad luck with for a while?
Oh, the
Hamsters.
Hamster. You've
Yeah,
given up on
no.
the hamsters?
No more hamsters.
Yeah.
After the second one died,
They
my
do not
son,
live long.
Well, yeah, but they should live longer than what we got out of them. And
Yeah.
my son was like, "Yeah, I'm done now. I don't need another one."
So glad we can see
Poor
eye to eye on
kid.
that.
And you resisted saying "I told you so" to everybody involved?
Yes. And
Just
now
under
they're
your breath.
They're buried out in the backyard.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
With this, but we had to put them on the outside of the fence because otherwise the dogs.
Yeah, I was going to say, the dogs
Dig
thought
them
this
up.
is a fun game.
So yeah, they're outside the fence but still in the yard, and then we had this like little garden statue of a big fat Buddha. So my husband stuck the Buddha next to the graves. So now we know
Oh
roughly where
my.
the graves are.
Wow.
You have a pet cemetery back there, Catherine.
Yep. We started
If this were a
one.
movie, this would not end well.
Right. We have the ashes from our last dog. Maybe we should sprinkle those.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Oh gosh.
Oh, see, Terry, you don't have any pets right now. So
I don't. Yes, the closest thing we have to a pet is that a bunny, I'm assuming a bunny family, has moved in under our front steps. There's a very distinct hole dug down on the side of the steps behind some bushes, and we've been told that we should probably do something about it because it's probably not good for the foundation, what all. But, I don't want to close up the hole if there's baby bunnies down there. I just don't feel right. So we've just started referring to this rabbit we see periodically as our tenant. And, I'll say to my husband, I saw the tenant this morning. And, when the tenant sees us, the tenant freezes. So
Yes.
I think that we are those nasty, loud upstairs neighbors to this particular tenant, and they would like us to move out. But
You're not collecting rent then?
I should. The other we saw, I think it was on Easter, we saw there was a big carrot on the front lawn, and we're like, where did that even come from? And did the tenants leave it there?
Easter?
Maybe they were having a party. Maybe they left it out for their good friend, the Easter Bunny. I don't know. But it was like, and it eventually
Random.
disappeared. So either the tenant figured out how to get it down to their kitchen, or some other critter took it. But
Oh my gosh.
that's about the level of pet having I'm ready for now. Just waving hello to a frozen, terrified bunny every so often, and hoping that they haven't chewed the way into the downstairs closet.
Yeah.
One day
my
I'm going to
gosh.
encounter it downstairs in my laundry room, and that's when the fun is going to end.
That's when you're going to freeze.
Exactly.
When
And
we
the
had-
tenant will
do you
just be going,
remember-
just doing some laundry. You got a problem?
Do you remember when we had bats for a while?
Oh,
We did
Yes.
have bats.
I blocked it
and
from my mind.
We had them, and we had to do the thing. Like, it just made me think of it when you said how the bunny, you didn't want to close it up.
Yeah.
Because we had to, by law, you had to wait until after a certain date where the baby bats were, big enough to fly
Yeah.
or whatever. And then you have to put like a one-way door onto your hole, whatever hole you have in your attic that's letting the bats in, so they can get out, but then they can't get back in.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how we
too much
took
work
care
for
of our
bats.
bats. Well, it wasn't me personally.
Yeah.
installing
You would just
this.
move out, right?
Yes.
Wow.
It was hard.
Wow.
So-
Well,
No.
That is the end of today's Critter Roundup, though certainly not our last. But it'll be it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about weight and then come back on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.